Greetings, and you know what? I got an awesome idea the other day from one of the wonderful trolls that likes to troll my channel. He said something along the lines of, I don't really even know, and I don't even remember your name, so, yeah, good job. But basically he gave me the idea that I was ignorant, had no idea what I was talking about, rambled on about things that didn't matter, didn't do any research, obviously. In fact, I should call my videos ignorant game reviews. Ignorant, huh? Well, I can do that. This is the inaugural edition of Ignorant Game Reviews. We're starting today with the classic Battlefield 3 beta. I know everybody's already played this, and it's just an old game now, but you know, we review old games here on Ignorant Game Reviews. In case you weren't aware, it's available on the PC and the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. And I think the Atari 2600. I've seen an Atari 2600 version around here, but you know, it's kind of old, so to play online you need a very special network key. You know, the keys back then were just massive, ridiculous keys, so those are going to be kind of hard to come by. And yes, being that this is the beta, it is the sequel to the cult classic Battlefield 3 Alpha. Came out in 1987, I think, by Gremlin. Yeah, it's a classic game. It was on the Acorn Electron, the New Brain, the Sword M5, and a few other very common computers like that from Great Norway, but we didn't see very much of it here in the United States of the US. So we have Battlefield 3 Beta. This starts off like every other AAA title I can remember. That is, starting in a web browser, and you get to choose your game mode. This is the beta, so it only has one game mode. In fact, there's only one map at all. This is multiplayer rush mode, and right now it's the Metro map. I was told there would be Facing Worlds in here. Facing Worlds does not seem to be here, which is really quite a pain. I enjoyed that in Battlefield Tournament in 1999. However, this one is a pretty good map, so we'll go ahead and get started here, and it will start from the web browser and into the actual game. In case you're not familiar with the Field of Battle series, this is a game where you control a gun or a variety of guns, and there just happens to be a humanoid creature attached to the gun. Sometimes you get to see the creature's feet or hands. It's a really odd concept. I've never really seen anything like this before. And another thing that's quite unique too is it controls with the mouse and keyboard, which is amazing, really. This is just a great set of controllers. I would recommend this to anybody with a liking of controllers. The downside to these is they require cheese and sheet music in order to run. A very heavy emphasis on the cheese there, as well as peanut butter. That works rather well. I've heard a lot of people seem to compare this Battlefield 3 Beta Workshop to other games like Modern Warfare 3. I'm not sure what that has to do with piles of sticks or cigarettes or anything like that, but for whatever reason, a lot of people that seem to like this game refer to the Modern Warfare people in such a way. It tends to be quite similar to the Modern Warfare, and that is, you play with other people, or at least something that resembles human intelligence. Most of the time they aren't really intelligent at all. No offense to whoever happens to be on the screen at the moment. You're just random as far as I'm concerned. Just as an example, me and my friend Vinny were playing the other day, and there happened to be some lovely person on our team constantly playing the most annoying possible music and sound effects and anything else possible just to annoy the crap out of us. And it worked. And that was the sad part. It actually worked. I thought I was stronger than that. I am not. So never underestimate the power of idiots. So yeah, you control a gun, and one of the greatest things about these guns is that they shoot bullets. Bullets are a really, really good thing for guns to have, because otherwise you have to go around meleeing people with the butt of your gun, or staring at them and enjoying the nice shiny bump mapping and the wonderfully rendered sunlight. While that is enjoyable, it's just not as good without bullets. And there are lots of bullets in this game. In fact, there are unlockable bullets to add to your unlockable guns, which can take advantage of these bullets. I did not notice any unlockable arms or feet That would have been wonderful, kind of like that game Deus Ex. Yeah, that game where humans revolve around something in the year 2027. Being able to add arms and legs would be a very nice thing to have in Battlefield 3, but unfortunately that's just not here. I don't really know why. You'd think if they wanted to compare theirself to modern warfare that they would actually do so by including modern things like extra legs. Perhaps even elbows. Elbows would be wonderful because there's recoil. And that's another thing that really sucks about these guns, is when they shoot, they move. And I thought we would be over that by now, but apparently no. Thankfully, though, there are some rocks in the game as well as trees and flowers. The flowers in particular never get old. I seem to be staring at them all the time because I am always crouching on the ground and hugging the ground and loving the ground because it is kind to me, and I seem to die a lot less when I am on the ground. In fact, I enjoyed the ground so much, I suggested to my teammates that we all just hug the ground and never move. In fact, it would be a great place for a campsite, just kind of camping right here, get a nice fire going and pitch a tent and sing songs about how elite we were by not playing Modern Warfare, but apparently camping is frowned upon in the field of battle of the third variety, so apparently the people that were on my team were just stupid. I mean, really, there's no reason not to camp on such lovely ground like this. They ended up calling me a pile of sticks. It happens, so I shot them, and then I noticed when I shot them, they didn't seem to die, which seemed kind of unfair, like there's some real balance issues there. Like if my team can't die, then we really would never lose. And sure, that's kind of cool to effectively be gods, but that's not what I signed up for. And then I witnessed them all get taken out by one guy on the other team with a frickin' rocket launcher, and I realized apparently they can die, but I cannot kill them. That's just one of many, many bugs that I have seen in this game. I mean, well, there's a lot more. As you can see here, there's bugs all over the place. But yeah, not being able to kill your own teammates is just an incredible oversight, and I really hope they fix that before the final version is released in October 94th of next month. Otherwise, it seems like a pretty solid experience. I had a lot of fun controlling my gun and watching my human randomly get in the way of the opponent's bullets and perforate everything about my being. It's really what we've come to expect from the very underground indie hit of Battlefield. I'm not sure if I would really recommend getting it yet, because even though it is free, there is no such thing as a free lunch. And I am really quite hungry right now and would eat Battlefield 3 if it were in fact lunch and free. But it's not, so for that reason alone, you may want to think twice about downloading it for free. Now that's really all I wanted to cover, and thank you for watching my first impressions/review of the Field of 3 battles here on Ignorant Gaming Reviews. Don't stay tuned, because there probably aren't any more coming ever, because I am a terrible person who cannot do anything right ever. Yes, I feel better. Thanks for asking.